Hello to all your comic book readers out there, my Frontline here, and welcome everybody to my Duel comic book review. In this video, I'll be reviewing two different comic books from two different companies, one physical and one digital. On the physical side, we have from DC Comics of Rebirth, the Hellblazer issue number 11, The Smoke is Fire Part 2. And digitally, I have from IDW, Ghostbusters 101, issue number 4. So without further ado, let's start off with the physical book of DC Comics of Rebirth of the Hellblazer issue number 11, The Smoke is Fire Part 2. So the story, I've been a little iffy with this comic book so far. Like, the story's been going a little bit okay, but let's see if all that changes in this review. So it starts off where Mercury has a little talk with Adnan about the unique abilities and stuff like that. So it's just following the footsteps of somebody that Adnan used to know. And then we get into Paris of the present day of this magic shoe that they're still on. And by the way, artwork pretty sketchy, but it's good artwork, I would say. And yeah, so they're just talking about the shoe and then taking pictures with their cell phone. But it doesn't really focus more on John Constantine's story. It focuses on these characters. This is Dante and his little sister Sam. And Dante's reading Henry's journal, and the journal talks about how these guys encounter with a djinn, the genie, and let's just say it didn't have a good happy ending. So then Dante gets a knock at the door, which is his old friend, Leon. And Leon wants to make a deal with him, saying, I know you have what I want, which is Henry's journal, so give me what I want, and in return, I'm going to give you enough money to start over someplace a long way from here. So Sam's like trying to tell him, I don't know about this guy, he might be lying. And she was right, because Leon wasn't alone. This guy who wants the journal is the one that was with them. So they make their escape. Meanwhile, everybody's making the shoe go viral everywhere of that. And then it goes back to the story where they're trying to escape. And Dante's trying to shield his little sister from seeing violence and everything, because everything ended in a bloodbath, kind of. Yeah. So Dante goes over his friend's house, Cheery, to stay over there, for that matter. And he's like saying, you know, that the book is part of what's going on, and he's in charge of everything, and he's trying to come up with a plan of how to go about this. And Sherry actually shares with him the shoe that's gone viral, and that was it for that. So then John Constantine seems to have some company, because this person said, I wasn't sure I'd come. And then he says, well, that makes two of us. Who is it? Well, we'll have to find out next time, because it's to be concluded. Now, I'm guessing the Smoke is Fire story arc's going to be concluded, because if that's the case, I'll read that. But if there's a new story arc that they come out with, and if I'm not too about it, I might drop the book. But that's for future issues to decide. We have the American Way preview that they show in this comic book. And also, just like the cover says, you get a free digital comic sticker. Which is kind of like what Marvel's doing, but I don't know. But this comic book, average read. I have to say, I'm giving this 3 out of 5 stars. I mean, the artwork was okay. The story was more on a different person, but just an average read of 3 out of 5. I'll see how it concludes, but I'm telling you, if the new story arc doesn't hold me, I'm going to drop the book. But that's, like I said, for future issues to decide. Now we're going digitally from IDW. Ghostbusters 101 issue number 4. And there's some preview artwork that I want to show you guys. And yes, I have taken the picture of the next preview cover for Ghostbusters issue number 5. So you won't be seeing me do this or anything. So you got your preview cover. So let me just show one more time. And that's for the next issue. So this issue is Chapter 4. And this is called The Cosmic Shimmy. So the Ghostbusters are teaming up with Answer the Call Ghostbusters. And the artwork in this comic book was drawn really great. Like, I love the artwork that's drawn in their comic book. So they're just trying to get like where they're going to be going. And there's a fun fact here from Answer the Call Ghostbusters. Patty Tolan thinks that Winston is the uncle and everything, and I thought that that was funny but weird at the same time, kinda. But that's just that. So Ray is like saying that he remembers one dimension they checked out that there was a guy that looked like somebody else, and there's just like so much of the conversation that's going on about the ghosts that they're going to be doing. So they're just going off just to find out where they're going to be heading to next, because they're where they arrived to. So as they're looking on their PKE meter of where this thing is, like this ghost makes up everything that's going between dimensions, because that door was open. And they see a hole that's going on in the sky, or a rip, so to say. And they're just going to go check it out and see what's going on there. Then at the firehouse, we have Kylie, who is with, thank God for indexes, Abby at the firehouse. And also Egon is there with them also. And they're looking up some stuff, and Egon, of course, is doing his thing, as well as Abby. And there's just like a big boom that goes on from Abby's hypothesis. And Kevin, that guy, he's like saying that, should I put sticky notes on them so that way everyone knows not to touch stuff like that? And I'm like, this Kevin dude is weird. So back to Ellis Island, where they are actually. They encounter with the ghosts, and I gotta tell you something. From Answer the Call Ghostbusters, Jillian really knows how to kick major ghost butt. Like, let me tell you, she uses those guns like no other. But Ray's like just trying to tell her to not break the law of how to capture ghosts and everything. And the first law of thermodynamics, so to say, like if the ghosts let out all that energy, it'll make a dimensional tear. So Jillian has to be careful how she uses her devices and everything. And then Egon finds something of a house with his PKE glasses and stuff like that. And you know, they want to see if the newcomers are there. That because he needs to speak with them, but they're not there. And one tried to sneak away the pink slime, emotional slime, and I thought that the mood slime, and I thought that was funny. So elsewhere, they encounter with the biggest demon, and they try to fight against it as the Ghostbusters try to team up and everything. They actually try to capture the ghost, and they have that big, huge gun that they try to use, and bam, just power right in the ghost kisser, like boom. And they did their mission, but you know, Jillian's like saying, you know, I don't know, she's kind of like trying to find out answers of what they encountered and everything. So there was that. And then Janine makes a call to them, and she tells everything about what's going on with Egon, of what he saw. And Mel Ortiz called, and she's on the west coast of somewhere. And she's asking how Ellis Island is, and Ray's like saying, well, we cleared it, but I'm going to need you to call FDNY on the special line. Yeah, ASAP would be good. History's on fire. I thought that was funny. And that's to be continued in the next issue, which I showed you guys a preview cover of issue number 5. So this was a pretty good book. I really like the action from the IDW Ghostbusters and the Answer the Call Ghostbusters. Rand gift for this, I say 4 out of 5 stars. It was a great comic book to read, and it was fun. The artwork was great as well. And I'd say pick this up if you guys are interested in Ghostbusters or Answer Cole Ghostbusters working together. If not, then you won't, but it's up to you guys. But I would recommend it for that. And this one I would kind of recommend of the Hellblazer if you've been reading all along like I have, then that. But with that, everybody, that's my dual comic review of the Hellblazer, issue number 11, The Smoker's Fire Part 2, and Ghostbusters 101, issue number 4, one physical and one digital. Before I go, don't forget to check out sources of ComicFrontline.com, SoulfulPodcast.com, and the YouTube gaming channel Frontline Gaming Zone. No more source for comic gaming and news reviews, and a whole bunch more. If you haven't yet, click that subscribe button so it'll be in your subscription box and won't miss out on any videos I will upload daily for you guys. Comments are welcome. Leave your comments below about the Hellblazer issue number 11 or Ghostbusters 101 issue number 4. Likes, dislikes, or anything you have, please let me know in the comment section. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. To all my true comic book readers out there, my comic friend saying take care. And if this is posted after 4th of July, happy 4th of July, everybody. Whether it's posted late or not, I don't know when it's going to be posted. But until then, take care and don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.